What up? What up? Top of the morning. What's up, True? Yeah, Eric Holder. Eric Holder guilty, man, but it really don't mean a goddamn thing. It don't. It don't make shit better. You know why? Because we got one nigga dead. I'm in shit. But see, when you live in that lifestyle, or you used to live that lifestyle, one way or another, it catches up with you. Now, I'm gonna ask a couple of questions a little bit later. I'm gonna ask a couple of questions a little bit later in regard to that. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. If y'all want to come on here, chop it up with your boy. But nigga headed to work right now and shit. Trying to deal with this crazy ass traffic. What's up with it, Chad? I see you in the building, brother. What's up with it? But I already know what some people thinking. I already know what True Viking thinking. She thinking like how a lot of us are thinking, like the government got a lot to do with it, which is true to a lot of it. But at the same token, a lot of it has a goddamn everybody coming from Cali. Everybody and their mama coming from Cali. God damn. They just flooding Texas. Shout out to Cali though. I ain't got no problem with Cali. I got people in Cali. They coming from Cali, they coming from New York, they coming from everywhere trying to take a nigga land. They really trying to take a nigga land, man. And they can't drive either. Oh no, that was Louisiana. I'm tripping. Hey, that's Louisiana. But yeah, when you say yes when the government, hold on, it faces the family not doing great, most men will take the money and make sure that a family good. Weak ass people straight like that. Yeah, that's true. Hey, that's facts. That's facts. And see, this is one of the questions that I got. Okay, they call it the marathon, right? Nipsey's what he what he created gave people opportunity around the way. People, they probably disagree that he fed the hood in a lot of ways because he gave opportunity. Feeding the hood is not just giving people money; it's more along the lines of giving people opportunity and helping people and teaching people and also dropping gems on people so that they can become entrepreneurs, hopefully. Because that's really, look, what we got to understand is the whole goal when you live in, especially as a man, is of course the obvious, okay, which is to your name. Your name is respected upon. That's first and foremost. Also to take care of your family. All right, take care of your family, take care of home, of course. But you also got to think about when you exit this earth, and you got to leave something behind. You know, of course, people gonna talk about legacy. Yeah, it's great to leave a legacy behind, but also you got to leave something behind. You know, to your offspring or to your family. And a lot of people don't look at it. And Nipsey Hussle, definitely, that's what he was trying to do. Now, the reason why I feel like Nipsey was working that hard in order to create a lot of opportunities was because he know he knew that he was involved in that life or whatever, and he was trying to do his best. I mean, he stayed where he was at, and that's why a lot of rappers they disagree with Nipsey in terms of him living where he was living. Well, still being there in the hood. Some listen, I got guys, you know, from my hometown that don't want to go nowhere. They rather stay where they at. And that's fine. I don't judge anybody. But you also got to think about like who you made jealous, who you hurt, who you did wrong, who you might have rubbed the wrong way. Some people you might have not even rubbed the wrong way, but some people just jealous because of stupid shit. Let me read these comments. I'm sorry, y'all. Said the government ain't nothing but pimps and they pimping us for a long time. Hey, they better not be pimping you. Y'all know how I rock on this channel. Don't let them pimp you. Any person, no matter what color, to tell you the truth. Yeah, that's fact. When you pass on knowledge, the loved ones, your legacy never die. Well, they don't. Unfortunately, Ted, they don't see it that way. Okay, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I understand exactly where you're coming from, but like I put to you like this, Ted. One time, one time, a friend of the family passed away. Okay, he was older, of course, and the family wasn't really tripping. I mean, they were sad. Don't get me wrong, they were sad. Everybody was feeling some type of way about it. You know, they weren't feeling too good about it, right? And you know, people boo-hoo and crying and all that other stuff. But we in the reception in the reception hall and stuff, and then all of a sudden, afterwards, started at the wake and stuff. Started off a long time ago, even when he was in the hospital. And all of a sudden, what comes up? Who gonna get the money, right? Who's gonna get the money? Who gonna get the house? Who's gonna get who's gonna get the bit? Because he had like a couple of businesses. Who's gonna get who's gonna get the car or cars? I should say he had cars, stuff like that. But then on the flip side, this guy did everything that he could for the family. So sometimes, basically, what I'm saying is, it's not enough. No matter what you do, even if you instill legacy, I mean, instill knowledge in people and everything. Unfortunately, we live in a society where people are still greedy, and some people will be like, "Damn," they'll hate you, even though you did. That your people, if you don't have no kids or whatever, it don't apply to you. But if you do have kids, it does apply to you. You want to leave something for your offspring to at least not want for nothing. Nothing to when it comes to money, if they choose to burn it and do whatever they want to do, that's on them. You left it in good graces. At least the vast majority of people try to, or you know, struggle and they blood, sweat, and tears into building something. At least they did. Or if they left you a car or something. Like I had an uncle that left a Cadillac, and I had a couple of my family members that was fighting over a goddamn Cadillac, man. It was a DeVille. And shoot, I don't blame him. I wasn't a fan of Cadillac. I mean, I'm not a fan of Cadillacs now, but that's that's what people, down here. You got to have a Cadillac. I wasn't into Cadillacs. I was into Chevy. But everybody wanted a Cadillac. I was more along the lines of I wanted a Kango hat. You know what I'm saying? Because them things were classic. For those of y'all, Kango hat was a thing back in the day. Kango never died. It's probably a little bit old school now, but I just wanted to sport a Kango hat just to say that I could sport one. But I mean, this ties into what I'm saying. Okay, when we talk about Nipsey, you know, he wanted. You said when my uncle died in 2014, family member went to court over his house that he left to my cousin. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Ted, I have family doing the same thing. Hey, family fighting over land, like fighting over various things, man. It's ridiculous, bro. Fighting over a house, fighting over property. It's ridiculous. It'll drive families apart to where they don't want to go to the barbecue with one another. They don't want to go to a family gathering. They don't even want to. They don't even want to go to a like somebody graduation. It makes no sense at all. And see, he built that. You know, he built that marathon. Not that I know, not that I was inside the mind of Nipsey Hussle and everything, but I actually I looked at him beneath the surface. I looked at him beneath the surface. Yeah, I love Kango hats, man. You know, they was good to sport. I mean, not every day, not every single day, but I just wanted one just to say that I have one. Oh, my nigga James. Hey James. Hey, make sure y'all go subscribe to Nola Boy. Nola Boy sports and news, man. You want some good uh gumbo, you want some good jambalaya, you want some good shrimp etouffee, you want some good po' boy sandwiches. James gonna make it all over that bitch, literally, with that logic that he gonna bring to the table. LDBC all day. Salute to Nola. Hey, you know what? And hey James, we were talking about Sam Clay yesterday. James know who I'm talking about when we talk about Sam Clay down in New Orleans. But make sure y'all go holler at James, man. James ain't got no goddamn filter. Yeah, red beans and rice, you know, dirty rice. I don't dare look, I don't dare try to cook I don't dare try to cook that shit that my uncles and my aunties be doing over there in Louisiana. Yeah, man. Yeah, James. Yeah. Hey James, I was out at the gun range the other day, man. Hey, we'll talk about that later. I'll talk about the gun range later, but because me and James, we be talking about every fucking thing. We be all over the fucking place. Nah, man. But yeah, Nipsey, man, he was trying to build some. See, people like James, True Viking know what I'm talking about. Ted Cox know what I'm talking about. You gotta leave something for your family, man, and that's why you gotta respect a nigga like James because he doing that. We did all of our shit. We had our time. We had our time. You had listen. If you over the age of shit, if you sometimes if you over the age of 25 and you got kids, look, yeah, you can still live your life and everything like that, but the majority of the kids, man, you had your time to do whatever, get whatever you get out of your for the kids. You're gonna get the blessing, and not only are you gonna get the blessing, they're gonna get the blessing for generations to come. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be live a little bit later, Nola. I'll be wanting you to come. I'll be wanting y'all, you know, to come through. I got a lot more coming too. I'm gonna have y'all get in the gym because you know, True Viking, when you gonna get in the gym? Stephen Green, man, where you go get in the gym? And da 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 da. Man, the video. Look, I got all of that coming. Hey, tell them James, LDBC don't die. We fish fry. We fish fry around this bitch. But anyways, yeah, back to Nipsey, man. And see, Eric Holder, look, let's just be real. Nobody likes to be called a snitch. Okay. Now he must have really felt some type of way because I was watching the Brick Baby interview on Say Cheese. Shout out to Say Cheese, Sean Cotton, Texas all day. But he was basically saying that his feelings were hurt and everything like that. But you really felt some type of what, some envy and some jealousy to really do that shit. Even though he had a reputation of being a hardcore stepper and everything, but still, you really he shouldn't have done that. But shit like that happens every day. And really on the opposite end too. If you really want to keep it a bean, you want to keep it a stack, right? It happens on the opposite way, meaning that if they find out that you a rat, then they'll be quick to exterminate you or do something to you. But nowadays, like snitching is cool. Being a rat is cool. Uh, some people, they take pride. They take pride in that type of shit. Me, if like I tell people like this, if you don't want to get involved in that type of shit, you don't want to be labeled or something. You don't want to deal with the headache. You don't want to deal with the drama. Don't get involved in that shit. Don't get involved. But it's the temptation. A lot of people you know, they see the lifestyle, they see the money, they see the, for on a man from a man's perspective, they see, they see the women, especially if you like women, you know, that's what most of the women like, man. They like the doughboys. They can sit up there. I was talking to these females. They try to put on the front saying, "Oh yeah, well I don't want that type of guy, this type of guy, and everything like that." But they be the same ones running to the guys that treat them like shit, and uh, they having to run and bail them out of jail and constantly getting their house terrorized, putting their life in danger and shit like that. It's a thrill, most of them are thrill seekers. Hold on, y'all. Hey, y'all, your boy got to go. I'll be back a little bit later. All right. Make sure y'all hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and hit them notifications too. Okay. Straight to the point, sports and ENT. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the brother James at Nola Boy Sports and News. Okay. LDBC stepper right there. Till then, man, I'm gonna get at y'all later.